Hello there, I'm the Star Wars guy. With the Season 7 of Clone Wars dropping very soon, I thought it'd be really fun to break down, analyze, and discuss various story arcs from the previous seasons of Clone Wars. So today we're looking at what is widely considered to be the best episode in Season 1, and that's Episode 5, entitled Rookies. The moral quote for this episode is, "The best confidence builder is experience." Rookies tackles some major themes, including sacrifice, brotherhood, earning your stripes, stepping up to prove yourself, and more. Let's briefly summarize the episode. Alone on the remote Rishi Moon outpost, Commander Cody and Captain Rex must inspire a group of rookie clones to believe in themselves to stave off a commando droid invasion. Along the way, we encounter several notable characters, including Fives and Echo. This is the first time we actually see Fives and Echo in this series, who go on to be extremely important and prevalent throughout the entire Clone Wars. Commander Cody, he's Obi-Wan's clone commander. Captain Rex, my personal favorite clone of all time.
I'm always first, kid.
He's Anakin's clone captain. And three clones that don't make it beyond this episode: Heavy, who sacrifices himself to complete his mission; Cut Up, who's eaten by a Rishi eel; and Droid Bait. Wonder what happens to him. Now, being what most consider to be the best episode in Season 1, there are quite a few noteworthy moments. First is the opening. We see clones just being dudes, bored and itching to prove themselves in combat, but instead being assigned to the galaxy equivalent of desk duty. They're hanging around, arm wrestling, listening to music, and generally just complaining that they're out here in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. Another great moment that kind of happens throughout the episode is seeing how the clones possess individual traits and personalities. For clones, they're actually all very, very different. And on that note, we get a much deeper look at Echo's character with this moment.
Personally, I like that it's so quiet out here. I can catch up on the rig manuals.
It's really easy to see why he became an ARC trooper with a work ethic like that. One of my personal favorite moments in this episode is when Rex assassinates the droid in disguise. And it got me thinking, how did Rex, who's a captain, catch on faster than Cody, his superior? And my current theory is that Cody caught on just as fast. He knew it was a droid as well, but was hoping to play it a little closer to the chest. This would reflect on what Obi-Wan's behavior would be like in this situation, while Rex's immediate and somewhat reckless response reflects Anakin's. Seems like the clones are really learning from their Jedi counterparts. Perhaps the most iconic moment of this episode is Heavy's sacrifice. It's definitely the saddest moment, but Heavy was always so desperate to prove himself.
You wanted excitement, Heavy. Right. Ooh, mediation.
And he finally did by giving his life to complete his mission. Plus, he had some badass final words.
Do we take prisoners?
I don't.
And finally, Fives and Echo receiving their awards. This had to hurt, as they are no doubt reflecting on their fallen brothers, but it's a really great setup to the front and center clones that these two become. Both go on to become ARC troopers in the 501st Legion serving under Anakin Skywalker. Now, there are a couple of great quotes in this episode. The word shinies comes up throughout the series, and it's in this episode that we first hear it from Rex.
Looks like we got ourselves a batch of shinies, Commander. Shinies, sir? That's right. Your armor. It's shiny and new. Just like you.
Another quote that really sticks out to me is,
And he always did hate that place.
and finally,
I have a bad feeling about this.
He said it! He said it!
now I made a couple of special notes for this episode. Up first is that Clone Cadets, which is Season 3, Episode 1, serves as a prequel to this episode, while ARC Troopers, Season 3, Episode 2, serves as a sequel. I remember being confused by this at first when I later saw Cut Up, Droid Bait, and Heavy in episodes, and later realizing, wait a minute, I thought they died in Rookies, and being confused by that whole thing, and then realizing that it was simply a prequel and a sequel to this episode here. Another thing I noted is this is the first of several clone-centric episodes, which I think is what makes this show so great, getting an inside look at the clones themselves. In the movies, they're simply just background soldiers filling out the army, and we don't get a look at any notable characters within the clones. However, the Clone Wars dives deep into the clones, as you would expect from the name, and we see tons and tons of cool content from the clones themselves. The last thing I noted is that we get a couple of glimpses into the not-so-kid-friendly side of the show. First of all, there's the straight-up execution of Sergeant 09er from the Commando droids.
Sarge!
That's pretty brutal. Not sure that's kid friendly. Second, they say the word hell twice.
What the hell was that? Like how you did.
Now for me, that's nothing. But for a lot of parents at the time this aired, it was a big deal. It actually ended up sparking somewhat of a censorship controversy, so when it was replayed, the word was actually censored due to complaints from the parents. However, in Canada and during its showings on TNT, the word was not censored at all. In the iTunes version, it was censored only once, which makes almost no sense. And that'll wrap up my breakdown of Rookies. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe below for more Star Wars content every single day, and I will see you in the next video.